What is up, my nurse fam? So today I'm wearing my pink Jaanuu scrubs in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Y'all, breast cancer is a serious subject and it can affect any of us women. So please make sure you guys are doing your breast self-exams. I don't care how old you are. I started when I was like 14. You can never be too safe. Always make sure you guys are checking yourselves and keeping yourselves in good health. So today's video is sponsored by Best Fiends. Y'all, Best Fiends is one of those games that I would play when I was in the middle of studying and I needed like a 5-minute break. I would play it in between to like get my mind off studying and just like take a breather. It's one of those puzzle adventure games where you like match colors to the objects and then you have these slugs that you defeat. It's just really addicting, y'all. I love this game. So this month they're having like this huge holiday update and everything is like Halloween themed and it's really cute and it's really fun. You guys should definitely check it out. If you guys want to download it, it's free to download and you can use my link down below and you get $5 worth of free gold and diamonds. Okay, so let's get into the video. Should you be a tech before nursing school? First, let's start off by talking about what a tech actually does. So a lot of people get the terminology like a CNA and tech, they get that confused, and I can understand that because it's like, are you a tech, are you a CNA? Pretty much what it is the terms are used interchangeably. I work at a hospital and they call the CNAs their techs. You use the same CNA license, you have the same duties, it's just called something different. I noticed that hospitals usually call them patient care techs and like long-term care facilities and nursing homes usually call them CNAs. It really is the same thing. So what is a tech allowed to do? I'm gonna tell you what I was allowed to do as a tech. Now, every facility is different, but for the most part, a lot of the responsibilities would be the same. This is a long list. Are y'all ready? We were able to take vital signs, give bed baths, draw blood, discontinue Foleys, measure the output and empty Foleys, empty drains, help patients take showers, help ambulate patients, document ambulation, document vital signs, document ADL care. Did I say document ambulation already? Document eyes and nose already. We change briefs, we turn patients, we help feed patients, we restock supplies, we make beds, alert the nurse for any abnormal findings, hourly rounds on our patients to see if they need to use the restroom or need anything, provide comfort for our patients. And that's just the beginning. There is so much stuff we are allowed to do. It's crazy. Honestly, when I first applied for a position as a tech, I didn't even understand the magnitude of what a tech is expected to do. I really thought it was just like bed baths and fixing beds and that's it, but it is so much more than that. So I was not a tech before I started nursing school. I actually became a tech 2 semesters after I started, and that was the only way that I was able to become a tech because I didn't have a CNA license. But the hospital I was at, they said that basically that 2 semesters of nursing school was equivalent to a CNA license. So as long as I had passed that and I showed proof of my transcripts, I was allowed to work. So prior to nursing school, I had 0 healthcare experience. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, really. And honestly, I'm so glad that I took that step and actually became a tech before I became an RN. Because let me tell you guys, I learned so much valuable experience working as a tech. It's like off the charts. First, I learned to manage my time because as a tech, on the floor, I would have anywhere between 13 and 14 patients. It depended on the day. And that is a lot of patients because I am responsible for getting all these patients cleaned up. If they need anything, I'm there. So when you compare that to a nurse's patient load, which is like 4 patients, although the nurses are doing more stuff for these patients, I have a lot more patients to worry about. So a lot of times the nurse is always busy with stuff. So when the patient needs something and they call, I'm the one that they call. So it's really like a juggling act. Like there's rarely a moment when I'm just like, oh, I have nothing to do. Because if I'm doing something, there's already somebody calling me on the phone, lining up my next task. And then once I'm doing that, someone's calling me again. So I'm constantly like, boom. And then I have to manage and prioritize which tasks are more important. Like if a patient, if a nurse a nurse. Y'all, I cannot speak anymore. What is wrong with me? Oh my goodness, this is every video I do this. If a nurse asks for a blood sugar on this patient and a patient asks for, I don't know, some sugar, you prioritize the blood sugar over getting the patient some sugar because the blood sugar affects the patient's health. You get what I'm saying? Like, you learn how to prioritize. Like, they teach you that in nursing school, and they could teach you all you want, but until you have that experience, you don't really grasp the concept of how to manage your time. So the reasons why I think it's valuable to be a tech is not only do you manage your time, but also the experience you get. You get experience doing vitals, seeing wounds, seeing procedures done, seeing the nurses practice their skills. You get to see so much stuff. And it's more than just clinical, because this is actually your job and you are responsible for doing these things. And you're there probably more that you're at clinical. I noticed that when it came to like skills, the people that were techs before starting nursing school grasped concepts like faster because they see this stuff a lot in the hospital. And for me, somebody that had no experience in the medical field, it kind of took me a while to like get used to certain things because I'm not used to the hospital environment. And all of these skills you learn as a tech, you carry with you to when you become an RN. And let me tell you guys, I love working with nurses that were techs before because they understand the struggle. Like, after a shift, I am like dead because I'm constantly running on my feet. Like, they understand that although they're busy, like, I have 14 patients to be caring for, and sometimes like I can't get to everyone and I can't do everything, and they understand that. And they'll even help me out sometimes, and I love that. I'm so appreciative of that because they know the struggle as a tech. So to answer the question, should you be a tech before starting nursing school? My answer to that is, do you have to? Absolutely not. But would it benefit you? Definitely. And you don't even have to do it before starting. While you're in nursing school, maybe before you start working as an RN, it's just something that would only benefit you in the future. So that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.